beep beep and beep beep. Yeah, right.
Oh, is that all you're gonna do? Yeah, it is.
I'm Danielle Tully with EXP Realty,
And I'm Melissa Colletti with EXP Realty.
and we are girls that just want to sell houses and have fun.
Yeah. So it's that time. We'll jump right into it. At the end of every month, Danielle and I reflect on things that we've learned that for that specific month in the industry. Because there's so many different, I like to say, like little veins that go into real estate. But anyways, we learn something new every day, but like on every month we like to focus on something that we've learned. And we've decided that this month we basically learn the same thing. So it was really
we
really
chat
good.
about it, right? So
We do.
We like sit here and go, hey, did you know this? So that's usually if one of us is learning, the other one's learning. Because
Oh,
it's
for
like,
sure.
Hey, did you know this?
Well, who am I going to talk to about it?
Our husbands get bored with that stuff.
Oh my gosh, they get so
Err.
bored. Yeah, it's like, oh, is that all you're going to do? Yeah, it is. Okay. But anyway, what we learned is that every home has a story, right? A unique story. Whether you're downsizing, moving up, childhood home, all those different scenarios. But we learned that every home has a story. So it's not just about, negotiating and offers and pictures and, all the behind the scenes stuff and all that jazz, I guess I should say. But that we learned that obviously every client is unique, but every home has a story. And I love hearing the homes of the stories. Like if on example seller side, the story behind their house, because let's face it, when you do move, even though you're excited about moving, it's like bittersweet, right? You always
absolutely.
reflect and want to take that last walk through, when everything's empty and then just like it sets in and it's real. Or versus someone who's buying their very first home, which is so exciting.
Yeah, and then, obviously, it
New
happens
chapter.
on both sides, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's good to remember that every house has a story for everybody. I'm not saying every person's sentimental about their homes, but there's a lot of situations.
Right.
I mean, like right now, I have a client who's looking at a home that she would like to purchase that is an estate sale.
Mhm.
You recently had a very touching estate sale
Yeah.
that you represented the
Yeah.
sellers. And so, those are the type of situations where it's like, ooh, I didn't realize, that this was an estate sale, and I went, oh, they already moved. It's empty.
Mhm.
I wonder if they're motivated sellers and all this other stuff. But it's like, and then I started looking at the paperwork and realizing in the state, it's like, oh yeah, there is a reason that it's empty.
Yeah.
And,
It's sad too, for
Yeah.
us. Well, I mean, because we feel everything, right? And it's just, instead of just going in there and whatever, you have to take those things into consideration too, I think.
Right.
I think it's about being more than just an agent, right? You have to, you get to know your clients, they turn into family, and, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, essentially,
I love
you're
the
trying
people
to
I
say,
meet.
right, first of all, you're saying that, it's not necessarily always about making a sale. I mean,
Right.
we want to hit your goals for you.
Of course.
But we understand that there might be times where it's a little bit more difficult for you
Right.
to sign that paper,
Yeah.
or
It
walk
chokes
through.
me up
or,
too, just thinking about, some of the scenarios, because it's just so, I don't know. Anyways. Keep
Well,
us
yeah,
on
there's
track,
just so much.
Danielle.
But I guess it also is a good thing, when you're buying something too, to understand that when you're going through somebody's home, that they're trying maybe their best to keep clean because
Yeah.
they have some kids running around, or
just keeping it clean because they're in the middle of moving.
well, that too.
That's the real thing.
Sometimes having a bit of compassion and seeing yourself in their situation too, kind of helps.
Of course.
Because everybody has, it seems like a lot of places have video these days, right? And so you're always like, as an agent, you're telling your clients, like, we'll talk about this later. Let's not talk about it. But the last thing you want to do is be disparaging on video for somebody who's, put their blood, sweat, tears into a home too.
For sure. But on the flip side of that,
When
then you have new buyers, and they walk through a house and they see things through, like a different lens, I guess, because they're like, oh, I could buy.
Well, that could be their next memory.
Yeah,
Their
exactly.
memories are
They're
about
moving
to
on
be-
to their beginning of their new chapter, and they're so
Right.
excited. I love that.
So
just
it's all
love
not
that.
sad, yeah.
No, it's not all sad.
positive
It's just-
and negative. And
Well, that's what makes everything so different. Every day is unique and different. It's just, you just have to know both sides. But anyways, it's just that every house has a story for
well,
me.
it really comes down to us, knowing your motivation, and that's the thing. I mean, sometimes it's begrudgingly, and sometimes it's very enthusiastically. making that move.
Yeah.
And we want to take that time to get to know that, to understand, your motivations and, things that will be difficult for you and things that will be easy. And sometimes even within the same transaction, there's more than one person and it's different for each of them, right?
Yeah.
There's whole reality shows on that stuff,
Yeah.
like Love It Enlisted. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Beep, beep, and beep, beep, That's, that whole premise where it's like this person wants to move and this person doesn't. So,
and that's what else is great too about our profession too. Not every 2 months are the same too.
No,
that's always good too. So that's what we learned. And then again, I'm just excited. My goals remain the same. I know that yours do as well. We like to talk about we don't talk about it on our video, but we do talk about our goals for the month going forward, which is always nice to have someone to talk about our
you
goals.
And me.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't talk about it.
No, me and you, but we don't talk about it on here.
No.
But yeah, so that's what I learned is every home has, is every home has a story.
We were reminded. We've always known it.
Of course.
We were reminded this year.
We just had some, good,
reminders.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we wanted to share that with you. So basically, come at us.
Danielle's got to reel me in.
Well, it is one of those opportunities where it's, we're here for everything because we kind of joke, yes, we're in sales, but we're also psychologists and we're,
house cleaners,
we're a little bit of everything. And so, come as you are as a client, and it could be apprehensive, it could be enthusiastic, it could be anywhere in between. We understand that that buying and selling is a stressful and complicated thing for people emotionally.
Yeah.
And
sometimes I feel like I'm moving.
Yeah. Right.
Well, because you take everything to heart and care about your clients and, whatever. But anyways, that's what we learned, which we hope we found entertaining, but, informative.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm entertaining.
All right.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye-bye.